to Preparedness Kids learning session. Today we'll be discussing and deliberating one of the very important topic, and that is related to child's exposure to a formal schooling system. When child continues the education in the pre-primary segment, which is little bit of informal in nature, although most of the preschools in India are formalizing. But when the child gets into a bigger platform and larger amount of curricular portion of the education system will be implemented, then question comes, is our child well prepared for this school? This is very important question nowadays because of obvious reasons of too much of pressure of education on the whole system. Now, considering that, Preparedness Kids has designed a very structured program which is called School Preparedness Program, and we are sure this program is going to help parents and schools in a big way just to step up the child's preparedness to deal with the heavy curricular things which is yet to come in the life of the child. So what we are going to do in the preparedness program will just take you through so that it will be very clear for you. Now, before we start, we'll just try to bring to your notice some of the research results what Government of India has brought in, while some agencies of Government of India has done a study to understand the level of skill among the children in Standard 1. So one of the area that survey has identified to understand what proportion of children in class 1 who could not recognize numbers between 11 to 99. So when a child is getting into Standard 1, so the survey has picked up schools from different segment, and the survey was done through this question: what is the percentage of children who could not recognize the number from 11 to 99? You will be surprising to know that 80% of the total children in Standard 1, they were unable to identify number from 11 to 99. Meaning, if I write any random number between 11 to 99 and ask a child to tell me what is the number, then 80% children, they are unable to answer this. Now let's go to the another facet of this survey. And second facet of the survey, what they were trying to understand, that proportion of children in class 1 who could not perform simple subtraction. It was expected when the child passed out from UKG class in the age group between, let's say, 5 to 6 years, then it is expected that basic subtraction should be done by the child. And when this question was evaluated among children in class 1, again the surprising thing comes to the picture that 96% children, they were unable to do simple subtraction of single digit. This is not the whole story. Let's go to understand little bit of language related skill assessment among children. Now this is also another aspect this same survey tried to understand, that percentage of children in class 1 who could not read a simple word. And again 80% children in class 1, they are not able to read any given simple word. So this is the situation, and sometimes it gives us a lot of surprise, but end of the day, this is the fact and we have to accept this fact and make sure our child is well prepared for that. Now, another question related to language that was also evaluated in the same survey, and this is regarding percentage of children in standard 1 who could not read a small sentence, full-fledged sentence. How many children could not read? And again, you'll be surprised to know that 96% children were unable to read a specific sentence given to them to read. So in such situation, it is really important for parents and for the teachers to do something to ensure that we prepare our children so skilled that such kind of things will be easily managed. And one of the reasons why this happens, most of parents and teachers, we are really not aware what is expected for the child to know while we are dealing with children in the preschool years. And we, all the stakeholders of preschool education and early child development, we must take these things into very seriously. We should know what the skills should be there among children, and accordingly we should make ourselves available to the children so that we can make them really understood whatever is required. Now, with this understanding, when the survey result came just 6-7 months back, then we realized it is high time to design and develop a school preparedness program. It's not like that school preparedness programs are not available. All the central schools or Kendriya Vidyalaya, they have a well-designed school preparedness program. I myself have gone through this school preparedness program. They were fantastic, and they have done a really great job in designing the program for the betterment of children who are coming and joining standard 1. So by taking little bit of information and little bit of information as well as technique from the Kendriya Vidyalayas, they have designed this school preparedness program. We at Eduvated Kids also designed in a much better way, in a much structured way, the school preparedness program, which will help all the children who are planning to join standard 1 from this academic year. And what we have done in that, or who can facilitate this school preparedness program? Yes, definitely the parents. The parents are the first category of stakeholders for the overall development of the child. So parents, they can have this school preparedness program, and we have designed the program in such a great style and well-defined systems. So any parents with little bit of understanding about the skill development plans, they can very well do this school preparedness program. And all the schools who are starting the standard 1 by taking children from diversified background, when a well-structured school takes or admits students in class 1 from different background, children may come from a very well-structured preschool education system. There may be children who are coming from a very loosely designed preschool education program. So while the school is managing such a diversified children group, and if the schools are not ensuring that a common level of understanding for all the children at that point of time, all the lag or the differences will keep continuing, and they will be reflecting in the future years as well. So school can do a big benefit to all the children they are admitting in their school, to bring all of the children as much as possible to a standard level. Once they are brought into the standard level, then it will be easy for the school to make all the children better skilled for all the programs that is designed by their school. So both parents and school, they can facilitate the school preparedness program that is designed by EduVaret Kids. Now, while designing this program, EduVaret Kids has taken this 20 skill-based curriculum into account. So in that, we have taken language and communication skill, we have taken cognitive skill, we have taken the social and emotional skill, we have taken the physical and movement skill, including gross and fine motor skill, as well as we have taken the environmental skill into consideration while we have designed the program. Plus, we have taken all the curricular requirements in the class 1, and those requirements we have done complete study of various sources of information, and the research we referred, the information from that research, that also taken into account while designing the school preparedness program. Now, what are the components of this school preparedness program that EduVaret Kids has designed? It has got 4 components. Number 1 component, which is very, very important, is the systematic skill assessment of UKG skills. Now, when the child is expected to have some skills while managing the standard 1 requirements, then it is very essential to understand if the child has completed or up to what level the child has have the skill that was expected to be there in the UKG class. So EduVaret Kids has got a very, very structured annual skill assessment plan. So this kit will be available as one component which will help parents and schools to assess the skill of the child, how much that skill the child has already possessed as far as the different skills requirement is there. That is one component, and we provide that component as a part of the school preparedness program. Second component, we have brought a skill-based activity book. As we know, there are these 5 skills we talked in the previous slides. They are language communication skill, cognitive skill, social emotional skill, environmental skill, and physical and motor skills. So those skills needs to be assessed, and once it is assessed, then few things we have to get it done just to ensure the child has got all the essential skills. So second component of the school preparedness program is that skill-based activity book, which is designed for the age group of 5 and 6 years. Third component is a skill-based workbook, and it has got multi-skill workbook, and these skills are basically curricular skills. So those skills are basically writing skill, speaking skill, then calculation skill. So those skills are very much essential to have when the child is enrolling in standard 1. So this is a fantastic book. It has got more than 100 plus worksheets related to the curricular requirement, and that's where this is the third component of our school preparedness program. And finally, the fourth component is a track program. If we do not have a program well designed and defined, it will be difficult for the parents and those who are not been trained in pedagogical designing process. For them, it will be little bit difficult. So considering that most of the parents will be having this program by themselves for their kids, so we have designed a 45 days start track program. This includes day-wise planning and how to make sure the child's skill is assessed, and other things have been given to the child in a very, very short period of time in a capsule format, so that child will be a kind of rock star while the child is entering to the school to start the standard 1 education system. Now, these are the 4 components we give as a package and components of the school preparedness program. And next, what we do is that there must be a process. So a small, simple process has to be followed up so that all the things, all the designing, all the systematic things can be well implemented. So there are again 4-step process. Number 1 process is that there are 8 levels of skill assessment for all the skills that was designed keeping the UKG child in mind. Because when the child is enrolling in standard 1, it is expected the child must complete at least 90% of the skills those were planned in the UKG class. So while we are planning to improve the child's skill and prepare the child for standard 1, we cannot do them without evaluating or assessing all the skills the child need to have in the UKG class. So for that purpose, we have designed a 8-level skill assessment, and those will be done in first 10 days of this school preparedness program. And once we'll be having that detailed 45 days start track program, we will come to know how to do these 8 levels of skill assessment from the assessment toolkit. Then once that is done, then we have to list all the missing skills and work on those missing skills as per the PRIME methodology. PRIME methodology, very simple methodology designed by Divided Kids academic team. So the understanding is that if the missing skills are listed, if missing skills are known, then it will be easy for the parents and teachers to work on them. If it is not known, then it will be just like going in a dark room and just searching for something in that room. So this is very important and second process of the school preparedness program. Now once this is done, third thing what we do is that we have to go one round of revision after clearing all the missing skills. So in this case, what we do, we have a daily teaching plan for 2 hours every day. So it is designed for 30 days. Some parents may feel that, school will start maybe from next month or this month or 1.5 months later. So how we can manage this 30 days of program when the school starts? One thing we must keep it in mind, whether the school starts or doesn't start, you can have this 30 days program by any time. Even if child has already spent 1 month in standard 1, still you can have this program. And once you have this program, then child will get much needed revision of all the skills, so that the simultaneous revision of skills will make the child become more confident in the school. So it doesn't matter whether the child has already spent time in the standard 1 or child has not yet started the school. Same with the school as well. Whether they have already initiated the class, they have started the class, or they are yet to start the class, still they can consider this school preparedness program. So 2 hours every day, 30 days. So the whole program is designed for 60 hours. So if some parents feel that little bit of more hours per day can be managed, so they can do that. But we strictly suggest, do not push your child spending more than 2 hours at that point of time to spend on acquisition of various skills. So 30 days, 2 hours is a very well defined program. While the child will enjoy the program, child will also learn. And finally, 2 books we are providing in the school preparedness program. One is the skill-based activity book and another is the multi-skill workbook. So both the books are taken into account, and all the page number, all the activity number are referred in the 30 days teaching plan. So you have to go refer the book, open the page, open the activity and worksheets. Just make sure child understands and child does those things. Since in the second process, we are already taken care of the missing skills. Now this is the second level of revision. So child should not have any problem in carrying out all these things that is defined in our 30 days program. So once that is done, then you are completing the school preparedness program, and the child is well prepared now to take care of not only the skills in standard 1, but also all the skills that is planned from standard 2 onwards. As you must be knowing, most important thing in education system is building the foundation. So if we miss out in building the foundation, the child's lag will remain in forthcoming classes. So doesn't matter how important or how structurally we design the programs or spend time with our child in further classes, but if the foundation is not well defined and well built, then it will be very, very difficult for the child to manage the ever-growing pressure of education. But if the child is managing things quite well, even if the pressure is a bit high, still child will be finding it easy to manage those things. So I hope that the concept of school preparedness program is well understood by all the parents, teachers, and schools having higher classes. And I am also sure school can themselves prepare a school preparedness program for all the children coming to their school, joining standard 1, so that they will ensure all the children are brought into some kind of standard, and standardization is built for that school. So while the children will just progress in their school, so there can be a kind of uniformity in terms of skill building process, and that will help in building the brand of the school as far as the skill level of the child is concerned. So this was a small step towards building a standardization and ensuring our children in India, they make the better use of the early years, so that while they go further, they can be better professionals in their future. So thank you so much for all of your attention, and we are sure some of the parents may be interested to understand this program little bit more details, and you can always write to us through the phone number now visible on your screen, or you can write us through this email ID, and we will be happy to support you in implementing the school preparedness program for your child. Thank you so much, and we'll be looking forward to meet you and talk to you in another session. Thank you.